us first. And now we turn down the... For what? Turn down the for what? Yes, perfect, Rory. You're a genius.
For what? What for?
Turn down the Zelda beats, because even though they're cool, I don't want them to be dominating game at all. And switch in.
What about first?
Zenjo, Serenity.
Whoops. We need to be there. Murmur. You missed your window of opportunity. Also, greetings. Welcome everyone to session 3 of Encroaching Darkness, Into the Darkness. Last time people talked to the creepy spider mom, I called her. Drow informant. And she told you guys about darkness. I was going to try to make a map, but I had other stuff I was getting ready this week. Didn't have time to actually say anything on it. But basically there's darkness, which is engulfing people. We think that it's magic, and people are spooked out.
I have a giant arrow attached to my icon. And everybody can see it, too.
Press...
Like, what?
Yeah, we can all
You pressed a button. Is it T? I don't want to...
Nope, T is the...
1 minute.
Oh, that's a thinking thing.
I don't care that everyone is able to see me messing around with this stuff. It's not a big deal. I just need to... Okay, now to manage manual modules. Configure controls. Here we go. Close that one. Is this under MIDI QL? Core mouse controls. Nope. Okay, that's it. All actions it is. I'll find what you did to make an arrow so that you can get rid of it. I mean, it's fine, but little obnoxious.
Indeed.
I made a thing.
You made a thing? How dare you?
I made a thing. Made a circle. Sorry. Oh, wait. Aha!
It's probably under module settings. You pressed Y while you were on the map, I think.
Yeah, that does it.
And if you press X, you get a speech bubble.
Well, I pressed Y again
No,
and it got a
B is
speech
speech
bubble.
bubble. X does nothing. D is speech.
You're right. No, X is that. Y is... Yeah, Y should go on and off the arrow.
Yeah.
X should go on and off speech. You're right.
Well,
X is nothing.
Then I changed my settings and it didn't go for you guys. You can do it yourselves. Just go to the cog wheels, the settings, and you can go to configure settings, cursor pop-ups, change stuff up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, deal with it.
That's absolutely fair.
I think that's probably smartest.
All right.
Why is there a little green blob?
A little what?
There's a green circle.
I don't know. I think Serenity might have just marked a aura or something on her token. Or maybe I did.
Wait, what? Green blob?
There's a green dot next to your token. Just a teeny little dink. I don't know how that came. And it doesn't actually affect
Actually, that's
anything,
weird.
so...
But yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Anyway,
Let's start
welcome.
game.
So, you guys, in between sessions, you guys did some shopping for the expedition. And I don't know if you actually bothered to pick up more rations, because you have some and you have some ability to. But you did come into possession of a little bat who really isn't so much of a pet in the conventional sense as it knows to hang out with people because that's where food is, and it yells if things come within its blind sight. I don't think any of you canonically can hear higher pitched things, but if you did, it basically makes a little submarine ping every couple of seconds to check surroundings. Just meep, meep, meep. Just
It's so cute.
it does its little sonar pings to check every couple of seconds if something new is entering the area. If it was hunting, it'd be doing it much more frequently, but it's just kind of passively checking as you guys move. When you're in the city, it actually knows to be quiet and it doesn't mess with people just walking. Although every time you pass an alley, if someone is in the alley, it will kind of... It doesn't shriek a bunch, but it will become audible and get your attention as you pass alleys if people are in them. It tells you when people are in corners, around corners, but in town it's well behaved. Out in the wild, it's going to become much more agitated when things that are big approach. Because that's basically how it's trained. Anytime that you guys have been alone and it thinks that it's an alone space, but then when it becomes crowded, it stops alerting.
Sorry, what? Anytime it?
Anytime you guys have a bubble of space around you, it becomes leery of the first thing that breaks that bubble of space. But as soon as there's a whole bunch of things around it, it shuts up.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so I assumed, and I have it kind of set up, that you are leaving via... I mean, it actually doesn't matter which gate you're leaving unless you do... Well, okay, so what are your plans leaving city? I should ask.
Well, yes. What are we doing?
Well, I think we need to be ready for at least 20 days of adventure. We each have about 10 days of rations on a personal basis.
Yeah, okay, out of character, Rory, you told me it was 20 days travel to the Glimmer Sea, and the area is about a third of the way, right?
Less than to the edge of the area. The far edge where she's saying is like the danger would probably be closer to halfway, but...
And that's exactly why I was saying we would need at least 20 days for, like, to where we were heading to and heading back.
Yeah, that seems smart, yes.
You may want more depending on if you get pushed into a side tunnel, because the area she's circling is where it would interfere with the main trade route, but... I'm just, like, I'll give you that
We
for
can
free.
supplement
Well,
with
like,
some...
We have to travel. We have to travel rations. If everybody has like rations for about 10 days, I'm pretty sure that I can find food and water around. And I can forage some. I've done it before. I've done it on my way here. So I think we should be fine. We can just supplement it with the rations. But I'm pretty sure we won't actually even need them.
Out of character, and sorry if you didn't want Twitch to all know this, but you said something about being able to create food. What are you using to do that besides foraging?
Goodberry.
Goodberry. Goodberry
I
works
have magic.
fantastically.
What's that? Yeah.
Okay. Comment.
What did you say?
I said that Goodberry works fantastically. I'm going to make a quick comment that is going to matter more to people who watched Dragon Ball growing up. This is a kind of house rule, but it's based on how Goodberry's presented. Each Goodberry heals 1 HP, and also provides a day's worth of sustenance. Eating multiple of them will make you feel uncomfortably full. There won't be necessarily a game thing if you're not just like downing them by the handful, but eating several of them in one sitting will make you feel uncomfortably full.
I'm imagining the Genshin Impact full icon now.
That would be
Me
perfect.
too. That's literally exactly what was on my mind.
Yep. That
I
is
was mostly thinking like Americans after Turkey Day.
sure. Yes, which is coming up. But no, why I mentioned Dragon Ball was because there's a scene that they have sensu beans, which are the magical little food item that heal all wounds and they also are a day's worth of food, each one that you eat, which they don't really talk about anymore in later times when they're just like tossing them around casually. But one of the characters, Yajirobe in Dragon Ball, when they first get to the tower and get sensu beans, he's like, haha, and he steals a bunch and he just like eats a handful and becomes comically fat right away because he just ate like 30,000 calories in a sitting.
Yep.
And good berries are kind of like that. If you aren't abusing it too much, I'm not going to make a thing about it, but like, they're not, part of their thing is that they give a full day's food, so eating 10 all on your own, you can do it if you need the healing desperately, and like, it's better to be healed and...
They're still tiny berries, so, you know.
Yeah,
you would think
but
that
you'll
if
feel...
you wouldn't explode, you just get fat.
And once combat ends and like you have that short rest or whatever, you're going to feel kind of nauseated because your body's telling you like, oh my god, how much do you just put into me?
Yeah. Like eating an entire bag of crisps.
It's better to, heal what you need to than to bleed out, but the way Goodberry is phrased, it is food.
Yes.
So, anyway. But yes, Goodberry can easily sustain all you guys for forever. Keep enough rations on you that in case something terrible happens to an Alkia, that you're not just royally screwed in the down under.
Then the rest of it can be emergency expenses along the way.
Yep, that too. Anyway, so you get your supplies. What is next?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
guess
just... Please?
we want to probably leave in the morning?
Well, what is morning?
After a standard rest. I mean, there is a standard kind of
Day
day.
cycle.
Where,
It's
yeah,
like
more people take
beginning
their
of the business day.
meditation at the same time. I didn't actually mention this in any of the campaign info, but since Drow only need to sleep for 4 hours, some races feel a little bit uncomfortable because the active hours of the city are longer than usual. But yeah, whatever.
Why would that be uncomfortable? Because basically that is just a really, really long day. It would be like starting up at 6 in the morning and then going out at 2 in the morning. And it's like, hey, Those are active hours of most things in the city.
Some races feel uncomfortable that they don't get used to the idea that the city is so bustling for as much of the day as it is.
Because much of the
Noise
population
and-
is always active.
Yeah, I mean, they don't always sleep at the same time, but also in the relatively calm hours, it's just shorter than most people are used to resting. But anyway, that's not that important. I was just like, oh yeah, all the drow are like 2/3 of the population, and they're sleeping for half as much time. But
That's gonna bode well for my character who loves to sleep.
on that, you just get the really good noise canceling headphones. Sorry.
Earplugs.
So you head out, I assume. Anything that I should know about that? Or are we just going main route?
Well, I've been there before. I kind of know the way, at least the first part.
Mm.
And I'm actually pretty good with maps, so I do kind of know where to go.
We basically would be following the main route until it starts getting closer to the area and branching off.
Yeah.
Okay. That's more or less what I was under the assumption of.
The reason to use a branch route right off the bat.
Oh, my game is still in Minecraft. That's dumb. Oh, 1 second. Let me fix
Just
that.
imagine Minecraft D&D.
Minecraft. I mean, people.
Totally play D&D in Minecraft.
Yeah.
And you can
Okay.
totally
You guys
play
are
Minecraft
probably-
in D&D.
You guys are probably too old for this one, no offense. But
Some
when I
taken.
was growing up, I watched so much like Minecraft roleplay.
Minecraft roleplay?
Yeah, like they do roleplay, but it would be in Minecraft.
What kind of roleplay?
I mean,
Well,
I get
I
it.
think it's like the Dream SMP kind
No,
of
I've seen stuff with that, or just general. You gather up in Minecraft and then you use the text channel and you can play D&D or do you can do not D&D but more like I will guarantee that there is a server that has a lot of Minecraft ERP going on.
What is ERP?
Erotic roleplay.
Oh. Yes.
And I am 100% sure that there is an erotic roleplay Minecraft server where everyone has the special skins for it, that they can take off the jacket and whatever, and I guarantee that's the thing. I'm not sure about,
Uh-huh. So you've been there?
Yeah, of course. What do you mean? That's the other server that I run.
Rule 34.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Back to D&D, please.
Nah. You start. Well, no, you didn't. Serenity started this.
I
No,
did.
I most definitely did not.
I did not turn off all of my things, like the Ara's fine, but
I mean, I felt it was very appropriate for this conversation.
Ara Terra, is this what you wanted? We wanted to be doing the Ara roleplay. Should this be my DM voice for the rest of the session?
Yes.
Not necessary.
Yes. Wow.
Hey, fish out art. I'm also collabing.
Yes. Let me.
Fish.
I've switched over here just because I'm
Fair enough.
fussing with my Twitch settings, and you guys don't need to be in that necessarily because I don't have a separate screen for it right now. But everyone's here. We have Terra, we have Anaukia, we have Senjo Serenity. Terra Tan, I guess, technically. Terra, can you hit the shout-outs? Yeah, you're on it. Perfect. You're amazing. I don't deserve you as a mod.
You just roped me into it.
Yeah, I did. But also, that doesn't mean that I deserve it more. Turn off
Your
most of the
Twitch
sound
name is
alerts.
Anna Naukia, right?
Doesn't have
I
a Twitch
have
name.
no clue.
No, she doesn't have a shout out one that needs to be taken care of.
Fair enough.
Turn off
It's
fun fact,
unannounced.
turn off dad jokes.
Yeah. I
Keep
remembered
that
it
one.
correctly.
Keep that one, keep that one. Good enough. Okay, and those should all save on their own. Back to Stream Manager. Great. And okay, everything should be fixed there. Wait, can't JoJo? Nah, because I don't want that interrupting game. The
Too
only
distracting.
the only sound alert that I have kept on from the regular menu is, "Hey, listen."
Because it's me?
Part of that, yeah. That definitely plays a role in why I kept it on.
Now, hey. Listen.
Yeah, you don't even need to pay points. Just ask Terra nicely. Or
Yep.
praise be. Praise be. Okay, so. You guys approach a bridge over a small, I wouldn't quite call it a canyon, a deep trench.
A bridge over troubled waters.
Leaving city. And I will ask you guys to move your move your tokens forward, just don't do it all at once. And also I'm going to do a quick measuring tool because I'm not sure how long this bridge is. Oh, great.
I think I will probably be a little bit more to the front, considering I have the map
I have the map.
and I have been here before.
Rory,
Yes.
do you need water? I have... My hydrate does not give me water, but everyone needs water.
I have iced tea and it's yummy.
I have
plain old water.
I have lukewarm coffee, the perfect temperature for any beverage.
I had so
In
much
fact,
beverage while I was at work. I'm like,
Do you know what
I
I
feel
have?
kind of bloated right now.
I have a bottle of water.
Water. Hydrate, you got it, fish. Thank you. So, I'm actually going to just go ahead and
No, I guess I do
Whoops.
have water.
pick you guys up.
I'm guessing that is Dryad still? He's coming with, right?
Yeah. And I'll control him if whatever
Okay,
happens.
Thank you. Just check.
When you get about to the center of the bridge, and let me once again. Yeah. As you get about to the center, and let me move Dryad actually more. Whoop. Unselect most of you guys. Thank you. Dryad also is going to move forward. And he'll just, stay casually close. But at that point, I need perception checks from everybody. Actually, you guys can make perception checks anytime, but mostly here.
No. Bam!
Oops, I made that as a private roll.
Oh, let's go. This time I
let's
don't have
see.
awful perception.
I can still see it. Don't worry about it. Private rolls are fine. Okay, with that,
I
actually-
is it dark here already, or is it still light?
it's... What's the question? Oh,
Is it
disadvantage
dark or
on
is it-
perception.
Well, no. If it gets dark, I have my bullseye lantern. that I will have up as soon as it gets dark because I don't have dark vision.
Okay, how long is the range on that?
I think I can just. Can I click it? No. Bright light in a 60-foot cone and dim light for an additional 60 feet.
Okay. In that case,
Wait, I don't have it. It's only. Ooh, I forgot to buy more oil for it.
you can figure that out. I'm not worried. Like,
Yeah, I will
Mark
want to
that at
have
some
more
point.
oils because it's only 6 hours, so I definitely want more of that.
6 hours per oil.
Yeah, per flask of oil, and I already had 2, but I probably would have bought a lot more.
I'm actually going to move you.
I'm considering it's but is it like dark here or is it dim light here?
It's most of the town is just dim light. There's not bright light for anything. I would say that it starts being dark right around just before the center of the bridge.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
it
as
looks
long
like
as I'm
those.
still in dim light, I'll probably just have my flame up. Which
The 4
does
pillars
that.
of the bridge give dim light for about 10 feet. And the town has dim light, which kind of is enough that it spreads out to fairly far. But by about where you guys are, it becomes actual dark. And then dim light again as you approach the other end.
I think I might
Okay,
have
if
for
we're
this dark
still-
vision.
If there's still a lot of like dim light areas, I will just have my flame up, which means that around like 10 feet around me is bright light, and for an additional 10 feet it's dim light. So then it would probably be with disadvantage for me, because then if I want to look all the way over there, that would definitely be dim light.
Well, and with dark vision, you get dim light anyway. I'm not going to worry about the disadvantage right now because I didn't think to ask. I should have, but that's my bad. I'm not going to worry about it because I did not ask. And that's how I rule. Basically, DM messes up. If it's in the party's favor, then it goes forward as planned. If it's against the party, then we fix it. Because as a player, that's always been
It's too big of a hassle. Unless if it's too much of a hassle.
Unless it's too much of a hassle, absolutely. But with those rolls, at that point, when you get to around here, because you guys did get good rolls, and let me just, once again, I'm going to keep checking the measuring tool. Actually, ooh. Do you have the bullseye? You pulled the bullseye lantern out when it got to proper darkness?
No. Because if there's still dim light here, I would save the
Okay.
Because it's 10 days of travel, and
Fair enough.
So
and you can just
I'll
light
use
a
that
flame in
when-
your hand to give you light across the little stretch of... Okay, that's fair. D&D map makers scare you. To be fair, a lot of these are free assets that I've gotten, like free to use D&D ones. I make edits, but I don't have the time or skill to do all of this. I just edit maps that I find that are free to use. But, those are good rolls. How far is everyone's dark vision? And let me
I have
pull-
120.
You have 120?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have
Zero. Yeah.
I actually don't know.
I believe that yours is 60. Sheesh.
No, I did. Wait, I have dark vision. I do. I have 60 feet dark vision. I did not know.
Okay.
I do have dark vision.
15. Okay, I'm going to say that it actually does, after all, take you to the center of the bridge after all, because of ranges of dark vision and whatever. But around, just before you get to here, Terra in particular, but I think that we're getting close to where... Nope.
The
Terra in
moment I see
particular
them, I would probably grab at Toothalen's clothes.
is going to see this guy poke his head from around a rock. All the way on the left side of the map. There's a drow boy, and he pops his head from around a rock to like glance and then dips back. And having seen him once, you see him, peek his head out again a second later.
Well, the moment I see him, since he's kind of trying to hide, I grab Tootle's skirt.
Okay, I'm giving you guys just a couple of seconds here, but I'll let you guys talk it out because it obviously takes longer to describe than it does to...
What? Like, as soon as I feel someone grab my coat, I'm like, I look backwards and I'm like, what's up?
And it's...
This guy disappears back completely behind the rock. You lose visibility, but as you've stalled in the center, you are going to see a female drow come out from the other side and make herself visible, approach. Greetings, travelers. This is a toll bridge. Anaukia, as said, you've been across this. It is certainly not a formal toll bridge.
I think you might have been mistaken. It's in fact not.
Oh, I mean, it is
Yes.
a bridge, and we are taking toll to cross it, so I think that would be the definition, would it not?
No, it's a toll bridge if somebody who is capable of ending toll can prevent people from crossing it.
At that point, she kind of lifts one hand in the air, an obvious signal, and two male drow pop their heads like they basically come over top of the rock so that their torsos down and their elbows are set, and they have crossbows pointed towards you guys. I believe I believe, of course, with a toll without enforcement, that's natural. She strolls, pulling a dagger and just kind of twirling it in fingers. Also, we've gotten knowledge that you have information about interesting trade here. We would accept that information, or 5 gold apiece to cross.
Well, the thing is, we're unofficial business,
Mm.
and I don't think that you want it stalls because a lot of people are going to be very unhappy when you do.
Nah, that sounds like not my problem.
I look back at the rest and go, guys,
I think we need to talk with our fists.
I don't use a fist. I bring out my crossbow.
Really, you'd rather risk, and she also is going to sheath dagger and pull her crossbow. She's not aiming it. It's you would technically need a perception check. It's loaded, but it's not. It's still pointed to the ground. She's just kind of casual, having pulled it out. But you'd really risk an encounter more than just be willing to share information.
you
But
want
we
to
don't
extort
have
money
much.
from us.
We're trying to get information. That's why we're leaving the city. We
But-
don't
How come we
have
trust
much.
that you'll leave us alone after we give you the information anyway? It's better to just get rid of you.
Wait, what?
It's better to get rid of them because may not leave us alone. They may not be satisfied with what we have to say.
She blinks a little bit at that spiel of a statement all at once. I mean, this is true, but I think also, while I think that there's good reason for us to ask information or money, and for you not to risk confrontation in exchange for it, there's also we are disincentive after having gotten information. We don't want to risk confrontation either. Everybody wins.
So what information do you want?
Oh, just whatever you know about the trade disruptions.
People are getting lost. Now can we get across?
Do you know the where or the why? I've been told that you know.
People are getting lost.
We don't know. That's why we're leaving to find out.
uh,
What do you know?
what's your AC, Shizu?
AC? Let me check.
I'm just inching my way closer by
12.
12? Yeah, with you being very mouthy. Actually, you know what? At this, she doesn't. She makes a motion, but this one of the male drow, the female, makes a motion, and a crossbow bolt hits just in front of your feet. And by the way, she glances at you. She's aware that you're inching closer, but isn't making any move based on it. Like she doesn't seem to. She's aware that you're doing that, but not.
Please
Anything.
don't,
I
shoot
probably
at my,
have.
please don't shoot at my colleagues.
That was clearly the bridge.
Please don't shoot near my colleagues.
Then don't BS us.
Well, we
We
don't
are-
know. We are going
We
out
are-
to investigate.
All right. That won't be quite enough, but we would accept 5 gold apiece as an alternative.
No, no deal. This is not a toll bridge.
Then I'm going to have to ask you to go find another way out of the city.
No, thank you.
She takes out her crossbow.
All right. Roll initiative. The time for talk has ended.
It's just
where-
there's no
This does
active
not look
combat
scary.
encounter in your currently viewed scene.
You're right. Let me fix it. I forget that
Sorry,
that's
what?
1 minute.
What?
I need to make an active encounter. There we go.
I don't know how to roll. And there it is. We found it. Aha! I'm slow.
Okay, I'm putting all 3 of these guys on the same initiative count because I can't be bothered.
So lazy. So lazy.
I
I
considered.
mean, if they have the same stat, basically, then he's like, no need to worry about bothering.
Do you also roll for Dryad?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Why? Where is initiative on the damn sheet?
It's right next to the
It's just
shield.
me.
It's right next
Yeah,
to
it's
what?
Between shield and
The shield.
It's between shield and strength.
Innie. You just click on the innie. Not the outie, but the innie.
You guys are wonderful. You know what? I know what their dexterity is. I'm just going to do it old school.
Why is my language always on Druidic?
All right. Fantastic.
Yes.
I need
I
to.
think it's because it's the alphabetical order.
Wait, is it?
Mine's in Dwarvish, Gnomish, Primordial, and Undercommon. So that's alphabetical order.
Oh,
that makes sense.
I thought you were talking about the initiative order being in, and I was like, huh? I don't think that's
No,
true.
no, you asked why it's always on Druidic. It's like, it's
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
alphabetical
Yeah.
order.
I got it. Thanks.
Sorry, because of the encounter thing. Whatever. I will keep track of the fact that it's 5. They are at the end. You see her motion, and the boys basically line up a shot, but you are aware enough of the fact that they also are there, and everyone's kind of on edge. if you would like to move before they make a shot, you may do so.
Dryad is not in initiative yet.
Dryad's not
I
in
actually
initiative
do
yet.
have
You are
a
correct.
repeating crossbow with the fact that it is a class ability of mine.
Sorry, what?
My crossbow is a repeating crossbow.
That's fine. Inspiration, exhaustion. Oh, their initiative is for Dryad. Okay.
Oh, it automatically sorts it. That's actually really nice.
And I will pop out Dryad sheet so that I can deal with that. And
I don't need bolts. My crossbow just creates them, and I shoot.
Okay. So are you going to take first shot? They have not actually attacked yet, but you see them definitely, like, fingers are on the trigger, and you had your crossbows out. Everyone's prepared for combat. This is not a surprise round.
It's obviously going to be a combat right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I call shot to try and disarm with my crossbow?
It'll be at a it'll be I will actually just call it straight disadvantage to do the called shot, but yes.
I am okay with that. That's
Okay.
probably not hitting anything.
No. You make the shot. Who are you trying to disarm, by the way?
The female.
Okay. Yeah, so the bolt whizzes towards her, and she kind of, seeing it coming, she both is moving it out of the way and pulling it to her shoulder to take her shot at the same motion, and it whizzes kind of just by her side. Any movement, any other stuff, that'll be your action.
I will probably take it. What's this way? I'm sorry, Toothlin. I'm kind of using you as a shield.
All right. I don't know how to move tonight. Oh, there we go. Draco's up. Draco, let me look at his sheet. Because I didn't really prep for this, because I'm not that intelligent. Do not see any, I don't see any ranged weapon on sheet, so Draco is going to take this. He is the tank after all. He can get there, and he will do so. So he is just going to run forward to body and body block, get everyone's attention. And
Probably very flamboyantly to boot.
I have not seen Draco in Dryad in combat. I am not going to speak for him. If he would do any flare, then he would do flare. But
I'm imagining flare.
Come at me, you bastards!
There
but
is
also,
a lot of flavor text right now that we're missing.
I'm not sure if he would actually speak flare, but he would probably have a flamboyant cape twirl or something.
Perhaps. I don't know. His helm is down. You have no distinguishing feature to say he's drow right now. He's actually all sorts of whatever. He would be muffled if he speaks. But yeah, he runs forward, draws his, we will say, halberd, and readies it to basically take a swing at anyone who tries to do anything. Serenity.
Okay. I'm gonna take a shot at the female drow.
All right.
And I'm not doing a cold shot. I want to kill her.
That's fair. Quick attack.
Just a normal one?
Yep. A 12. I have so many sheets up to check. I believe that misses. Let me just confirm the Okay, I hate this sheet. It's fine.
Well, 6 on my d20.
Okay, yeah, that will miss.
Okay. Hmm.
Dryad's pretty
don't-
cool. Dryad's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't have any bonus actions, so that would be the end of my turn. Maybe I'll
You can move
move a
up
little
to,
closer.
I believe,
Yeah, I was
30
gonna say
feet.
maybe I can move a little bit closer. I'll move up next to
Make sure you
Talin.
select and... Right now you look like you're on measuring. You know what? I gotcha. Bam.
Whoa. Tires.
Sorry. Stalin, you are next. The bandits
they
rolled
all,
low.
They all have crossbows, correct?
Yes.
And the lady in the middle looks the scariest, right?
She looks to be the leader. They look about equal. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. This is something that I meant to mention at the beginning of combat, but I forgot, and it's my bad. But everyone else can get this for free. A special combat thing, which I am implementing because I think that it's really cool, is combat knowledge. I think I have it listed as something different. Basically, everyone gets proficiency for it, but it doesn't have any ability score to it. It's just your proficiency modifier plus a d20. On 15 or higher, you can gain information about the combatants.
Okay, so that's not on my sheet though, is it?
Probably
That
not.
is a house roll.
So just roll
Yeah.
a d20 plus 2, I believe.
Is it also /R
/R,
space,
yeah.
like the same as
Exactly the same. Indeed.
18. I want to
18.
know who looks like they're the best with the crossbow, like who is the better shot.
Technically the guy on the bottom, but they are all within a comparable range. But I will say right now, but also when you the first time success, and I assume everyone is sharing it, you know that they are proficient in combat, but not fantastic, and they have an AC of 15. I'm telling you guys for free.
Okay.
All three of them have ACs of 15 and seem to be of generic fighter types.
Okay.
Special abilities that you also now know you have access with more successful rolls to weapon properties, and then also, because that's their special thing, is special weapon properties, and then you can also do standard rolls to know about anything else that you can think of that would be just a common.
I just wanted to know who looks like it's the best shot.
Yeah.
And you're saying that the bottom one seems to be the best shot.
Technically is, but the middle is leader, and I will once again just say that for free.
Okay.
Probably still has partial cover.
But what before you say what you do, because I forgot to say this for Chitari and Shisu, if you guys want to make rolls also.
Yeah, because then we can have more information.
You can do that. And I will go ahead also because
is it just like an intelligent roll? Or?
No, it is a flat roll with your proficiency. So 1d20 plus 2 in this case.
Then I'll roll my wisdom, which is a +2.
Sure.
That's smart. Yeah.
And here is for... Okay. Dryad does not succeed. Or wait. I rolled as Drowaf, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Never mind. The 17 actually did. And Dryad, coming close, is actually going to yell back that the crossbows seem to be tipped with poison.
Ooh, all of them, or just the one
all
in the
of
middle?
them. Well, all the ones you see.
Oh crap. Okay.
And I can actually, because because she chose to do the weapon special properties effect, and I will tell you because I think that's fair as part of it that poison.
I do have a knife.
Yeah, it gives the poisoned effect for a long time, and if you fail badly, it's knockout poison.
Oof. Darn it.
And they do also have knives. We all have knives. Sorry, it reminded me of.
Yeah.
But yeah,
A knife! No!
no, it reminded me of frick, what's the movie? Oh, it's Aladdin, of course. When Boo Boo picks up the sword, he has a sword. You idiot! We all have swords.
Yeah. Okay.
Abu delicately
but-
sets the sword down and runs.
Dude, I didn't see a roll for Shizu. For the
Shizu,
martial.
will you roll a d20 plus 2?
D20 plus 2?
Yeah.
Um,
For the combat expertise check.
You might
oh.
know something.
Nope.
They just
Apparently
said
that's
some
above.
gibberish above your thing.
She must be in some kind of
Oh,
other.
because you said it. I think it's because you put it in character and
No,
not
don't
on
do
your-
bang, do slash, and do it in rolls.
Slash.
I can't believe I just called it bang. I've been around computer programmers too much. Okay.
Oh my
Shizu also does
God,
not
my
get any
dude.
extra information. Have
My
I
rolls is so bad.
caught every Tatari didn't. You did to get her the generic abilities, and okay. All the information that is knowable at this point is knowable.
How can I drag my character and see how far it is?
The easiest way is
you
to
can click
just
on the. There's a. You can press Control and then drag, click and drag.
Oh.
By the way, I
there's
will
a
say they're
different
behind the
one.
rock, so they do have half cover.
Okay. I will move to. Wait, where was I? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can move to there. I can wait. Can I see this dude from where I am, or should I hang back a tiny bit so that I can still see him better?
Let's see. You have 60-foot dark vision.
Yes.
Um,
But more, is this thing in the way a lot?
No.
Can I still see him or not at all?
you can see him.
Okay.
In fact,
that
as
case,
you
I will-
guys move, even though it's not really their turn, he would shift just that little bit to keep his shot.
Okay, so what I do is I firmly plant my feet on the ground, and you see a little bit of light starts coming up from the stone that I'm standing on, and it's spreading over my body until I'm covered in geometric shapes.
Oh,
And I shoot out my hand, I point my hand at the leader and I shoot
at the leader, at the center one.
at the leader. I'm first shooting
Okay.
at the leader.
Ooh,
Whoa! It's a critical hit.
blue dragon gets a crit. Okay.
So that is 9 damage on her, and then because that's only my bonus action, I
Shit.
grab. Yes.
You
I
okay? So real quick, with a
Yeah.
quick flourish, geometric patterns go all across Dathalin's body, and a bolt of energy comes out to strike the leader. She flinches back, but takes it square on, and that single shot, it doesn't almost knock her off her feet, but she stumbles and looks winded by it in a major way.
And
She recovers, but she looks hurting already.
I grab my the crystal that is hanging out my neck and look over to the dude on the right, and I will hurl a like it kind of looks like ice is shooting out from my hands towards him.
Sort of, or ice shoots out your hands towards him.
Well, it automatically rolled. Sorry.
It's cool.
He needs like it's going towards him, and it I think it hits him, but he has to make a Constitution saving throw to see if it actually takes hold on him.
Okay, so ice creeps around the rock to hit. I don't recall if whatever. Just roll Constitution.
Yeah,
I don't know it. And he should be linked to the sheet. Sorry. I don't know why it didn't. Anyway, sorry. I got confused with sheets and stupid nonsense. I will just roll the Constitution here. Hits.
So the ice sort of like spreads around his body. He takes 4 damage, and he has disadvantage in his next weapon attack.
Nice. Okay.
I no longer have light coming from my hands, though, because that disappears when I do something else, I believe.
Fair enough.
Because, what does it say? It doesn't actually say anything, because it's not a concentration, so I might actually... That's weird.
All right.
Yeah, I haven't attacked with it, so I still have it because I haven't used my action to dismiss it.
Or funny.
Something else. Here, I'll.
Flickering flame, blah blah blah. When you cast this, I can also attack with it 10 feet, and that's to dismiss it or cast it again. Yeah. And I'm not going to say that.
Still have it?
Let's see. You attacked with crossbow? No, you attacked with blue. Yeah.
Yeah.
You only did spells, and it doesn't interfere with spells, so you can keep it in hand.
Okay. I have it in my hand. That's in my left hand. And in my right hand, I have my crystal.
In fact, just for fun, when you shot your blue, the dragon, whatever, the flame glowed blue, and that shot and then stayed as regular flame as it hit. It reignited in your hand.
My druid is a badass.
Okay.
So the geometric forms still there. They're staying there.
Yeah. All right. So it is the Drow's turn.
So cool.
The female says, "Shoot the fish!" And
where's the fish?
but she shoots at you first. Does a 17 hit?
Oh yeah, that hits. Ouch.
Please do a DC 13 Constitution. And
saving throw.
You take 3 piercing damage. And
I roll.
You take a nick of damage as the arrow just kind of grazes you. But from it, you feel the poison enter, but it after just a small wave of dizziness, you shake it off and nothing happens.
Yes.
The boys follow suit. They also.
Wait, I accidentally.
Yeah, you clicked it. It's
Sorry.
fine. But boys follow suit.
One of them has advantage.
Indeed. I will roll that one right now to.
Oh my god, I'm throwing so much.
With disadvantage, he rolls a 15.
Fuck no. That hits.
So this one hits harder, and I need another Constitution save.
Oh no! Oh no! That one hurts. Okay, but
Yeah, it hits you, and the bolt goes in. This time you feel just nothing. You're absolutely fine. And the last attack, which I should have rolled just all of them fast, but I'm being slow because I'm still dealing with the system also. Misses.
oh, thank God.
Just whizzes over your head. He.
Ow! Ow! Yeah.
And the girl.
Stalin, like visibly, like, ow! is in a lot of pain.
And the female drow actually is going to basically, as soon as she fires off her shot, she's going to literally dive over the pile of rocks, and you lose sight of her for a second as she just ducks completely behind the rocks. She's about as hurt as you are. She did not enjoy being that hit. But
No,
okay.
I hit her good.
I will say, just for sake of fairness, that she gets to her feet and you see her back up. You do still have her as a valid target. You know where she is, all that stuff, but now she has cover. Okay. Top of the turn. I believe that is Tatari.
So how much? So there's partial cover.
Yeah,
there.
They all have +2 to AC, and you're not going to be able to, unless you move all the way forward to like in line with them. You're not going to be able to negate that.
Yeah. I only have 25 movement, as far as I can go. So I'm going to try and give this guy a shot.
All right. Do your thing.
And it's still a normal shot, just he has an AC bonus.
Yeah. That will not be enough.
Fudge nuggets.
All right. He's able to duck behind the rock, and it glances off, and he's fine. Anything else?
I don't think there's really much else I'm...
Yeah, I would imagine. Dryad is actually going to is actually going to use their movement to leap on top of the rock here. Has halberd, and because using halberd actually has the reach, he's going to stab down at the leader. One moment, guys. I lost volume on hearing you for a second. Fixing it. There we go. I can hear again. Wonderful. Maybe not. I didn't hear. Anaka, did you say something?
No, I didn't say
okay.
anything.
I just saw your figure light up. It's good. Okay, so anyway.
It might be because the fiance was walking.
Maybe. Dryad attacks with the halberd.
Bam!
And that... Shit. Yeah. Dryad leaps up onto the rock and stabs down at the fleeing female drow just as she is getting to her feet to get her crossbow back out and turn around. He comes and the halberd stabs straight through her shoulder and she collapses on the spot. I don't even need to roll damage. She did not have enough hit points left to survive a crit from Dryad. So
Flat.
That's the thing. She gets impaled through the shoulder by Dryad. he's a big target to this guy. But that is all of Dryad's turn. So we are to Shisu. Shisu.
I
Pretty
think
crossbow is basically an ancient machine gun. I mean, you're not wrong, Fish.
I'll aim for the draw on the very, like the one that's on his own.
All right.
On the
They're all on their own now.
That's true.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
That's fair.
Praying that it hits, but I'm not optimistic.
Ooh, 15. Because he's behind the rock, just not enough. You
Oh
can tell
my
the
God.
shot's clean, but it hits and he's able to just get out of the way a little bit. So,
Okay. Well, I'll just move a little bit closer to Thalin, just because I want to make sure that she's okay.
aw, how sweet.
Ow. Not okay. How?
She woke up and she's like, "Are you doing okay?" Which is strange because she usually like doesn't care. In her head, she's like, "I don't want to have to deal with an injured party member."
Yeah, I'm totally fine. Not really. I'm actually really hurt. There's like an arrow sticking out of her shoulder. I think that means it's my turn.
I believe so. You did your roll missed. Yep, it is to you.
I will once again hurl a piece of flame or a piece of ice towards the dude at the bottom. I have to roll it like this. So it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. He will do so. Just Constitution, you say?
Yes, Constitution saving throw. Please roll low.
We'll see.
Yes.
He rolls low.
Okay. So you you take 1 hit point of damage, but it also its hands cramp up with the cold to make it harder for him to fire. And
I hate cold
considering
fingers.
Dryad is in front of the other one, I'm just also gonna again hurl energy at him too.
All right.
So that's a normal roll.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah, that one will do it.
24, I'm guessing that's
The
a hit.
cover is not enough to help with that one.
No. So, yeah. I make him freeze up a bit so that he moves a little bit less and he's a little bit more stationary. And then, bam!
Another arc of glowing blue flame comes from Stalin and roasts this guy also. Cool.
How high are these pillars?
They are not very high. They're about 4 feet high.
Okay, well, I will like go behind this one and sort of like duck down a little bit and make myself smaller.
You have half cover.
Yeah, sure. Just try to keep myself.
Well,
a little
you have half
safe.
cover from the top one. The bottom one still has a line of sight to you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, he's not dead. I thought he
No.
was. Oh, okay.
He gets roasted. He's hurting, but he's not down.
He's hurting, he's not dead.
That said,
I'm a firing machine. Bam.
The two male drow yell, nope, wrong target. That was our bad. The one that you just scorched is actually going to throw his crossbow over the rocks to the middle here where you guys can so that you guys can see it. Bottom one, the top one will disengage. The bottom one, after throwing his crossbow, just books it. Dryad will not choose to pursue. I do need to check. You know what? I'm not going to worry about Sentinels. Dryad's going to choose to let them surrender, let them flee. He is less ruthless than many. If you guys do not choose to pursue, combat is over. But anyway, Tutari, it is your initiative. If you choose to do anything.
I don't really see any reason to. I mean, I wasn't able to hit anything.
Drow is a dark elf fish. They are subterranean elves with a cutthroat lifestyle. All right.
I was actually starting to think, should I try catapult next round? I was eyeing these piles of rocks to see if can any of those have 1 to 5 pounds looking.
Just called them elves, but assholes. No, that's the surface elves. These are elves, but utilitarians. Anyway, yeah. Anyone else doing anything? Do you accept letting them?
No, I'm not gonna
No.
pursue.
These
All right.
elves are more honest than the ones that are up the top. To be fair, they don't make any guys about the ruthlessness.
Yeah, these ones are the ruthless elves. The other ones are just pretentious. They think they're better than you elves. I mean, these guys also are pretentious, think you're better than you elves,
But they're upfront about it.
yeah, kind of. Anyway, congratulations. You won combat. And spoilers, as I said, expect that you will level basically immediately. I wanted you guys to get a taste of combat before getting into the subclass abilities, whatever. You're going to level for next time.
Yeah.
Which is in 3 weeks.
no-
Woo woo.
If nobody's pursuing that, I'm not pursuing them, but I will want to go over to the leader and check what she has with her.
All right.
Nope.
So she obviously has the crossbow. She is wearing a chain shirt, which has the chains across the shoulder have been broken open from the halberd attack, but otherwise is in fairly good condition. Alhaitham?
If there are any bolts, I can take them.
Yeah. There are the crossbow that was thrown was loaded, and it has the 1 crossbow bolt. The leader has still has 10 poison tip crossbow bolts with her.
Yeah, I will hold them up and go, does anybody use a crossbow? I want these.
You've seen Tutari shoot with several people I've shot with.
But I thought both Shizu and Tutari have crossbows.
Yeah, fair. They do. Yeah.
So I will just hand them to them. But what else does she have? Anything interesting?
Not anything interesting. She has a note in that seems to be written to some light level of code. You can tell even at a glance that it's not really that whatever, but it seems to be vague wording stuff.
Coded note. Okay.
And
I'm gonna get in the party loot.
Coded note, and she has.
Could I do an investigation of it to see if I might be able to parse it out?
Oh, Serenity, if you're typing something
Oh, the wrong language.
She has 2 gold and 17 silver in a pouch on her hip also.
There you go.
2 gold and 17 silver. I'm putting it in the party loot.
Yep.
Yay!
Mm-hmm.
Do we want the chain shirt and the crossbow? Do we want to take it with us?
If you don't have a car or something, chain shirts are a little bit heavy. I don't know what your encumbrance is.
Does anybody want a chain shirt?
I don't think it would be. Can I actually use it even? Oh, I can use it. It's medium armor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's medium armor.
So I could technically use it, but it would.
It would fit you.
What weapons? Oh, she also
Yeah.
has 2 regular daggers with her.
Does anybody want daggers?
The 2 kinds of dark elves, and dark. I don't know. Fish, you're going to have to look into D&D Drow yourself a little bit. Look up Drow, D-R-O-W.
Rory, will the chain shirt fit?
Yes.
Okay, well then let's you can have a chain shirt. Then
But that would actually also drop my. Let's see. I have a +2 for my AC, but if I pour the chain shirt, I'd lose that, right?
No.
what do you mean?
Chain
No?
shirt has a maximum dexterity bonus of +2.
Huh.
Yeah, so you would still have your +2 dex, so it would probably up your AC.
You would have
Yay.
13 plus dexterity, I believe.
You want it?
And it's poorly sized on you now, but you're a freaking artificer. Like, fix it. You just need to hem it and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I do with this shit all the time.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. There's all sorts of ways you can use daggers. The prominent way that most people use it is actually basically as another short sword in a fencing style. There are lots of fencing styles that use a dagger, and that is the preferred grip fish. But yes.
Does anybody want a crossbow?
Don't need another crossbow.
Does Dryad, do you want a crossbow?
Dryad has the carrying capacity that he'll take it regardless and be like, yeah, if nothing, I won't speak necessarily for him, but I'll also say, if nothing else, it's it's a piece of equipment that can sell for a decent buck. And I don't think he has a crossbow on his sheet, so I think it'll actually assist him anyway. So yeah, Dryad takes the crossbow.
And I have regular ammo that he'd probably be able to use regularly.
Yep.
Since I
Oh,
need
by
it
the way,
most of the time.
Shisu, since you have all of the poisoning stuff, whatever, I will comment these arrows, if they are not stored in a way so that they basically stay moist, the poison is going to lose its potency in a D4 hours. You can make if you have a poisoner's kit, you can make a poisoner's kit check to do that. Otherwise, just make a intelligence check to Serenity?
Meanwhile, might I take a short rest because I'm actually really, really hurt.
Is that to me or to the party?
To the party. I think I would like to sit down for a minute and catch my breath and maybe, bind up my wounds a bit.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Is there a place here where we can sort of take a bit of rest?
Short rest.
Yeah, Shizu with a 6. Although you recognize that the poison is drying and flaking off, you're not able to find a method to properly stash them to preserve it and keep the poison quality. Although I did say that to talk, if anyone thinks that they have abilities to that they would have knowledge to be able to help with this, you can assist and give Shisu advantage on the roll.
I could make a. Medicine would probably be better, but I could. I don't have. I'm not trained in medicine. I can do Arcana check.
No, it's not Arcana. But I mean, you've worked with this stuff. If you would come and try to help because you want to preserve the stuff, then you can give her advantage. So Shisu, you can make a second roll.
So it would be an in check for the possibility that I have experienced or read about this in the past.
You don't need to make a check, really. You just basically you're saying that
okay.
I'm not familiar with poisons, but I do know about certain things that need to stay wet and certain things that need to stay dry, I imagine, with herbalism stuff.
But between you guys, it's good enough that you can give her advantage so that Shisu, you can make it. I'm surprised you don't have a poisoner's kit as one of your... Okay, just do another intelligence roll, but I'm going to give you poisoner's kit from background, and so I'm going to assume an extra +2.
I went with the thieves' tools instead of the poisoner's kit.
No, I'm talking to Shisu, who's an apothecary.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that, like, I run an apothecary and I don't have anything on medicine.
Yeah.
So should I do another?
Well, yeah, just do another intelligence check. But I'm going to give you an extra +2.
You know, this is making me think of the little bit of Potionomics I saw somebody play.
Okay.
Basically, it's about a girl that her uncle dies and he gets his shop as his inheritance, and she only just barely knows anything about potions.
But I thought Shizu got advantage because we're helping.
But she already rolled once.
Oh, okay. So this is the advantage roll. Yeah. Got it. Check.
So that's a 13. I'm going to say that you are able to figure a way to basically keep the ones that are currently loaded in the bow so that they are fresh, but the others are going to lose their potency.
Okay.
So you can have, and that will just be for you guys might want to trade bow. Well, yeah, whatever. So that's just for 2 bows, by the way, not for 3 crossbows now.
Okay.
So, yep. You get the 2 poisonous bolts for what it's worth. All right. Well then, you wanted short rest, and I think the party agreed. Are you doing that right here? You are just outside of the city gates, so to speak.
Well, I've been here before. Do I know of a place here that has a good place to rest?
Honestly, the rocks where the bandits kind of were setting their ambush is one of the better places where you can see people come, but they can't. Otherwise, you could do about a 20-minute hike and go into a side tunnel that's not in much use.
Yeah, I'm probably in favor of sticking here then.
All right.
Because I am pretty hurt.
So yes,
so that was 2 poison bolts and 10 not poison bolts.
9 not poison bolts, but I don't really keep track of ammo generally because you're able to collect ammo out of bodies and off of ground after combat. 5e ammo does not break every time, so I don't worry about it too much. But you have them, yes.
I mean,
Shisu,
I also have repeating crossbow because of my artificer ability, so
yeah,
I don't have to
that too.
worry about it. But for anybody else, like if
Fair enough.
Dryad
Well,
picks
and
up
sometimes you
having
might
the
lose one,
ammo.
like if one shot into the chasm, you're not going to get that back. So
Hmm.
fair enough. Um,
Uh, does anything happen while I'm resting and tending my wounds?
no. You guys are able to basically take up the spot where they were setting up the ambush and keep watch of people passing, but nobody even goes through the gates and crosses in the time.
Also, I'm going to guess that Tutari is going to be talking to Shizu about the poison and applications because she's been starting to study this kind of thing recently.
Ha.
She's kind of new on the alchemical front.
By the way, besides taking the chainsaw and actually 2 crossbows, 2 daggers, you can Dryad will take both of the extra crossbows because, as said, one of them is just a spare. In case anything breaks, in case they want to sell it.
Let's see if this works. Ah, that immediately adds it to my thing. That's actually really nice.
But do you do anything else with the female drow's body? She has no personal markers. I will give you that right now.
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Wait, I get Wild Shape back on a short rest. Right. Yep, short or long rest.
Cool.
I am still somewhat hurt, but I look a lot better.
All right.
I am no longer bloodied.
So you spend 1 hit dice to get yourself away from bloodied?
Yeah, considering I don't, because it's still relatively early, right?
Yeah, this is right as you leave the city.
Yeah, so I'm. That's how much I'm gonna use. I'm just
Okay.
myself.
Just checking. So you take a rest. Anyone else recovering hit points? Did anyone else take damage?
No.
I don't think anybody took damage.
Cool.
They were focused firing on me because I was.
Because you blasted the shit out of the leader.
Yeah, I did.
You are scary.
I am. I'm pretty dang.
I find it hilarious that I started the fight and I did nothing.
You did kind of start the fight. You guys might have been able to talk out or do something, but it looked like everyone was prepping for combat anyway. You were just like the trigger because you're sassy. Thank you for the hydrate, fish. I will take a sip right now.
Well, I was like, I don't think that they'll be happy with what information we have because we don't have anything yet. We are just leaving.
You have the area. You have the map. You have the idea that it's probably magical darkness. Like you kind of... Fish demands that everyone hydrates. I will not hold you to that necessarily.
I did hydrate. Don't worry.
But everyone with the spacing, almost doing the Karen caps locks.
Okay, if you want me to hydrate, I'm also taking a potty break.
I mean, it's post-combat. If you're going to take a potty break, now would be the time. But we have 1 hour left. Is that right? Can you confirm that, Anaukia? Or anyone else? Are we 2 hours in from... Well, we started late, but 1 hour left of regular game session?
I believe so.
Okay. Just checking, time, because I have changed my time zone drastically, and I need to...
I was talking back, but I forgot that I put it on push to talk because the dogs were going crazy. Yes, we have. It's slightly less than an hour. It's for like 50 minutes.
Yep.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay,
Just
I'll
checking
be
that
right back.
Okay. Done. I need elevator music for waiting.
miss
Dum
Draco.
bum bum
I think-
bum 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 bum. What?
I think the chemistry between Shizu, like just like the, you know what I mean? Like not romantic, but just like general chemistry between Shizu and Dryad is really funny.
Oh yeah. Um. Even with that though, actually on a 4, yeah, never mind. Kind of got lucky, for now.
Oh
The
no.
good news is that you guys are headed out of town, and so whatever rumor mills that you guys started will have died away by the time you guys get back.
True. It's always so
if I had
scary
rolled
when DM just
if I had
rolls
rolled
something and then
if I had rolled above a 10, I will say right now, it would have meant that from the party, word had gone out, and that there was a chance that you guys could have heard things about this flamboyant drow who's flirting with a random snake person, and that like, what is this relationship? This is not. This is a scandal. This is something that needs to. Because you
Ooh, we
talk so
shun
casually
from
to
high
each
society.
other.
High society will never accept us again.
Hydration is good. High society was never going to accept you.
That's true.
And besides, you're friends with Day now, who is high society.
That's true.
You guys didn't learn too much about her, so I need to just practice restraint and shut up about anything, any knowledge, any lore.
Or you could not shut up and tell us. That's also an option.
I mean,
Wait, what did I miss?
oh, I was just saying, I did a roll to basically see how much of a rumor mill had been caused by the fact that Draco and Shisu were being catty to each other at the gala. And it was not much.
That's pretty funny. Also, you
Made
know,
a few waves, but not much.
the benefit of push to talk is you don't hear the dogs bark. The downside of push to talk is you also don't hear me because I forget that it's on push to talk and I just start blabbing.
Welcome to
Without-
streamer life.
It's true.
It's so annoying.
This is why I never push to talk.
I never push to
This is
talk, but
why-
sometimes I'll mute for a second, and like at the beginning of stream when I'm,
I
getting my
also-
stuff ready, and then
Or mute when you go AFK. So
and then you
that
forget.
I don't know how to do the thing. I only have either speech activated or push to talk. I don't have the, I can mute myself, but then I have to go all the way to Discord, and that's also
We're talking stuff with like Streamlabs and all that stuff. Anyway,
I don't have Streamlabs.
no, and you shouldn't. You should get Stream Elements, but also I can't remember it. Streamlab. What's the general? Anyway, I'm getting distracted.
Just
Doesn't matter.
OBS.
OBS. I blame that it's earlier than I'm used to. It's a bad excuse, but it's the one I'm taking.
You take that excuse.
I will. All right.
I'm putting it back on speech activated because the dog stopped going crazy.
So, you guys take a rest and then continue onwards. I am going to give it to you that nothing more exciting happens today. And now it's time for me to make some percentile rolls.
Or
Okay, so
the
nothing more
app we
interesting
make-
happens today. That probably means that something might happen tonight.
All Hallows Eve? Indeed.
Dun, dun, dun.
And
Why am I in
No.
whatever?
Tomorrow is All Hallows Eve.
Yeah, this is All Hallows Eve Eve.
Yes.
Oh.
That's a lot of rolls.
Mm-hmm. because I'm fast traveling you guys.
Oh, okay. Because we're fast boys.
Ooh.
Is
Okay.
this like travel, camp, travel, or
I need everybody to roll me a D%. D100.
A what percent?
D100. I said a D%.
That's not what I wanted.
I don't know if that's good or not.
I don't know either.
And
guess we're gonna find out.
I actually will roll for. Okay. I should ask, what is your sleeping arrangement? I assume you guys are taking watches.
mm-hmm.
Does anyone
Yes.
have a preference of order?
Shiwuzu would like to sleep as much as she can.
Okay, so the uninterrupted. So Shisu is either taking the first or last watch.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a question. Are we doing 3 3-hour watches or 4 2-hour watches?
Note
We should
that
also-
you only need actually to be asleep for 6 hours. Of the 8-hour rest, 2 of it can be on watch.
Yeah, so 4 or 2 hour watches and have Riyadh be one of the watchers too.
Dryad will happily take a double watch.
I was gonna say because Riyadh is a drow, and we just talked about how they don't need as much
Sleep
sleep.
less. Yeah. They don't actually technically sleep in the conventional sense, but yeah.
Because usually I'm thinking like, okay, who has the best night vision? That one should take the deepest part of the night, but that doesn't really matter. So I don't really care which watch considering I'm pretty hurt, I would probably like to have like pretty good
First
night
sleep at the beginning in particular.
Yeah, and then watch at the end.
Yeah, so that I can have pretty good night's sleep.
Then Dryad takes first, second, and I'll take third. Then
I would assume that Dryad's overlapping with people a little bit. But yeah. Anyway.
I can take the last watch.
Sounds good. And Fish, unfortunate for you, I have said that it's a little bit of a slur, but to Thalin? Oh, okay. I guessed correctly. I just was like, your names. Fucking names.
What am I missing? My phone died. I don't have chat anymore. I can't see what Fish is saying.
That Fish is so long as no fish die, and I've said it's a bit of a slur, but you are a mer person. You're a triton.
I am a triton. I don't actually look that much like a fish, but you can. I do have like fins on my lower arms and my lower legs.
And your skin, it might not be apparent at a glance, but if people look close, you definitely are scaly.
Yeah.
They might be really fine scales. They might be some fish have more scales that are almost a skin rather than like whatever. But
it's not like scales in the traditional sense. Like I have pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Skin.
But it's not mammalian skin either.
No.
To be fair, at a close inspection, that's also kind of true of Shisu. Shisu is closer to what you'd call a mammal than you, I believe, if I'm remembering the genealogy of.
I'm not sure.
Actually. But yeah,
might be the other way around.
Shisu. Here's the thing: is that Ronti are actually a hybrid with humanoids, with like standard humanoids in the ancient genealogy.
Yeah, no, we are definitely. Well, we are.
You're a native aquatic race.
I am a native aquatic race. but we do have children in a mammalian sense. So
But
we are
so do
like
sharks.
mammals. We're just not humans.
So your
I mean,
tail goes
we've talked about
up and
how
down and
mammal
looks
is a
like a
bad classification, but we don't need to go into that right now. It's D&D time. Okay. But to Thalin.
Yes, that's me.
All right, I did want to roll for Dryad also, and I will actually do so. Just need to. Okay, I can get rid of all the drow sheets, thankfully, because we're done with that. Oh, it's just a D20. I don't need to, or a D%. Sorry, I don't need to go to her sheet for this. His sheet for this. Okay. Yeah. On the
general
third
confusion.
on the third night, you wake up to absolute darkness.
This was sooner than expected.
Like, as in, even with our dark vision, we can't see anything.
I'm speaking specifically to Thalin.
Wait, I wake up or during my watch it?
You wake up to complete
But
darkness.
who's on watch?
Do I
This
know who's on watch?
you don't have a sense of it, and I am not going to reveal for this interaction who is on watch.
Hello?
Your voice goes out into the area, and it sounds weirdly flat. You don't get the regular reverb that you expect from caverns.
Okay, I will.
And so weird, like even within the dark vision, it's weird because like you feel almost a sense of disorientation that it's hard to say which way's up just because you can't even sense where your feet are, except that you can feel the ground, but absolute darkness. Dark vision does nothing.
Okay, I will light up my crystal so that the map is showing. Do I see that?
You are able to light the crystal and pull the map. It seems it's dim, flickering. It doesn't seem to light the area around it, but it's visible, although as though seeing through a pane of dark glass.
Okay. This is weird. This is different. I start making notes on my crystal. Like, I think this might be how people get lost. This is weird. I start hearing sounds. Do I feel the ground?
You're aware of the ground, yes.
Okay, I touch the ground. I draw the energy from the ground, and
No energy comes.
No energy. I don't feel my ley line.
You don't feel any ley line connection.
Help! 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 Tutari! Dryad! Shizu, help! Something is wrong!
You see, in the absolute darkness, you see a non-motion. You can't. There's no way to describe it really because it's. You see like a phantom motion far off, as though a large semi-humanoid figure moves at the edge of vision, and far off a little glowing light, which you can't actually see as light, but you get the sensation of light far away, as though a candle from across the city, before the object moves in front of it, and again, complete darkness.
Can I light up a ball of flame in my hand? Like, does that work?
Yeah, you're able to light up. You still have your connection to magic in some way. You just can't feel the actual ley lines, but you're still able to draw the magic normally.
Okay,
Once
so
again,
but I was trying to feel the magic till I go into my lay form. Can I do that?
I will say that you can, yes. It
Okay,
feels harder. It feels like it resists you, but you're able to do it.
Okay, I will do that, and I will go into my crystal web form.
Can you please click that? Yeah,
I'm
thank you.
looking at it right now. It basically means that it's like steadying my mind.
Okay.
Does that like help me feel a little bit more stable? Does that
You feel like you have a sense of awareness around you. You can feel the kind of air, and you feel the disorientation kind of is settled because you know which way is up and down. You're able to clear your mind, but it's still, you're not used to having your, the darkness is most like if you have your eyes shut is the closest that it, like, it's just absolute.
I will like feel my face. Like, are my eyes actually open?
Your eyes are open.
How far away was like the candlelight and the figure? Do I have any sense at all of how far that was?
The figure, the non-motion of the figure, you couldn't judge size or shape exactly, but you would say if you had dark vision active, it would have been the far edge of where your dark vision is, and the candle would be once again as though you had the candle reminds you of when you first come out from the caverns into the large cavern of Glimmersea, and you can see occasional lights from deep underwater that are far off into the Glimmersea. It's like that. It's coming across a mountain and seeing a little city lights from way far off.
Ooh, okay.
It's the noise is getting closer, and once again you sense the feeling of motion.
I'm guessing this was like a 50-50 shot and you got under 50.
Could very well be. I will produce flame, so I have some light. Can I see the light of my flame?
Once again, it is though a piece of dark glass is between it, but you are able to see it.
I will hurl it in the direction where I sense the motion, and as soon as I can, cast it again to have light again. I'm just basically trying to like have a light source travel. I can only throw it like 30 feet. I can't throw it that far, but trying to have some light.
It seems as though, once again, I'm going to use the water comparison. It's like you're throwing it through murky water, and as it goes away within like 5 or 10 feet, you completely lose sight of it. Your sense of connection with magic says that it flew out further, but you lose track of it immediately, almost.
Okay, if I feel around, because I knew where I was when I was with my friends. I was close, or my colleagues. I'm not sure about friends yet, but they were close. Can I feel them at all?
Oh, gee, thanks.
You wander in the darkness and a little bit, feel
I'm
around.
I'm not wandering.
No, but
I'm not moving.
Okay, you don't move at all?
I'm not moving.
If you don't move...
I'm feeling around me, but I'm making sure that my feet keep touching the same spot so that I don't accidentally wander away.
Okay, assuming that, I don't know what the situation of where you sleep. Do you guys sleep basically in a pile, or...?
I would sleep next to Helen.
Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of imagining that me and Tutari would probably be pretty close, so I should be feeling her if I was where I was.
All right.
And I'd probably just curl up in a little ball on my own.
All right. But regardless, you do not feel anyone.
Okay.
You feel the ground around you,
feel
but...
my backpack?
No.
Okay, so I don't have my stuff. I only have my crystal and my clothes, and I don't feel anything else. Well, shit. I keep my flame ready, and I preparing frostbite if I feel like something is closer, and I'm just gonna go whack it at it.
hear a shuffle of movement close and a
I shoot frostbite in that direction.
you feel it leave away from you, and the magic, it actually is cut. You feel the magic get cut off prematurely, and something you see, it looks, you would call it almost a ley line-ish glow spreading across a humanoid form, but monstrous, something terrible. You see a flash of this light blue shimmer across the body, going to huge jaws that lunge towards you just as the jaws only are lit, and you snap awake for real this time. Everyone is around you. You can see.
I touch the ground. I touch Tutari. I go, oh my god, thank god you're here.
And I will say that Dryad was on watch and is going to just kind of give you a like quirk an eyebrow at you and just, but keep their focus on watch, but just like give the look to check that you're not hurt or anything.
Do I asked Dryad, like, did you see me shoot magic?
I feel bad role playing, but Dryad will shake their head. No, you didn't. You were sleeping. You started to shiver and turn a bit. I was considering waking you, but nothing happened.
Do you know how long it is till morning?
Dryad was on watch before you. I'll say that once again, not actually role playing for Dryad, but that they were about, you are on last watch. You have been since the first one, so they also, it's almost your turn for watch.
I don't think I can sleep anymore. Just I hope you can sleep better than me. That was creepy, and I'll just take over for a watch because I ain't sleeping after that.
Okay. The next morning comes.
I will tell everybody about my weird ass dream where it felt like I was awake and that it was that it was weird and it was scary and it felt really, really dark. And I don't know what happened, but there was this like humanoid form, but like super big, and it's like, you know, when you're like underwater and you see the like lights from out of the water, you can just see up, and it looks like your distances are just weird, you know.
I'm going to give you, I know that you do not have it as a I just pulled up your sheet. I know that you don't have this as a known one, but I want you to pull up do a either history or religion check. I'll let you choose.
That would be a history for me. I'm not a very religious person. Wait,
in this case, you don't need to be a religious person because it's more about your the history of your people, your heritage.
It's like common religious knowledge.
20.
Okay, yeah, with a 20, I'm going to say that from some of the experience, it doesn't match what you... It doesn't match exactly, but parts of it reminds you of stories that you had heard in I suddenly blanked on your race. God damn it, Triton. But Triton histories about encounters with outsiders. you have a sense that it felt similar to some of the stories you've heard with defending against outsiders.
I will share this information with the group as best as I can.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so everyone now, I will assume that, you know what? Just for funsies, roll me a charisma check.
Okay. I'm very charismatic.
Roll me an intelligence check. Okay. In the parts where it is hard, like the story as described by Tatalin, the descriptions are bland and not very. It's hard to describe, but in a factual way, Tatalin manages to convey what happened in game, and you guys have a sense of the dream, of things of emotion, of panic, fear, the disorientation. It's less well described. In fact, Tatalin did really shitty, but by just giving information, not as any kind of a story, not as any kind of expressing how she felt, Tathalin gives you the details of her dream.
Yeah, and I thought that maybe I was like sleepwalking and that I was away from everybody else. That's why I tried to stay put, because, you know, otherwise you just start wandering and that's dumb.
So, everyone.
It was not a pleasant experience. My parrot is being very cute right now.
He's always cute. Don't encourage that, though.
Because they like, he can screech. He can screech really, really loud.
Okay. Anything from anyone in response?
Can I do an Arcana check of any magical creatures I might know of?
Yeah,
Follow
you can,
any similar?
you can go ahead and from the descriptions given, you can make an Arcana check. All right.
Anything that spurs my brain from her description.
Before I give more information, Shisu, anything?
I'm not sure, to be honest, if there's any checks she can do.
You don't need to do a check. I'm just asking if any response to the story.
She probably was just like, oh, damn, that sucks.
I'm just trying to process the information to anything else that I might be familiar with.
19 Arcana, even like just as she tells the story, you don't see any signs of spells used on Tathalin. That at a 19, you are, as you're thinking about that stuff, you would kind of do that glance. You don't sense any weird magics lingering on her. As far as it goes, from the sense of it, from how she says it, if you believe that this is a prophetic or a true dream, not just a nightmare, which, you know, whatever, then the sense that you get from Arcana is that this is a magic which is absorbing light, not making darkness. Based mostly on how she said that the magic seemed to be cut off, absorbed. There is something that is drawing energy into itself.
So, do you know of outsiders that do that?
No specific outsider comes to mind about that.
Yeah, drawing in light. Well, that was probably the best idea from what I was able to find. Pet Nick.
Nick kind of like, you know when you pet a cat that they're not expecting it and they don't hate it, but they like move their head away to like what just touched my head and like look at you and then kind of let it happen. Yeah, that. He doesn't really preen into it, doesn't lean, but like he just kind of he flinches a second when your hand comes and then he goes back to a resting position and just lets you pet him and is just like, okay, I'm getting pet now. Cool.
This is happening now.
Yeah, if somebody is having a super fitful dream, that we wake that person up.
Okay, that will be a part of our watch schedule then. If anybody is having any kind of nightmare reaction, we wake them up.
Yes. I'm just glad I didn't shoot you with my magic.
Remind me to roll a D%, and if anyone rolls a 1 per night, that you're just having a standard nightmare and get your sleep interrupted from someone shaking you awake, and it's like, I had a dream that I wasn't wearing pants and I had a presentation to make. And
I was on stage for
Right.
my presentation night, and then I looked down and I didn't have any pants on.
sorry, what was that, Anarkia?
Is that a nightmare? Like, you only wear pants because the land dwellers think it's reasonable. I spent my life not wearing pants.
Fair enough. All right.
Like, these
Your
wen-
nightmare would be falling through air.
Your nightmare would be wearing pants.
Probably
So
because
many
I have
pants.
I have a very good connection with both earth and water, but not with air, not as much.
Yes,
Little
your
bit.
nightmare would be falling through air.
My nightmare would probably more be to do with fire.
Anyway.
is way scarier.
I will keep all of these things in mind if I decide to, tell you a standard nightmare that you have, but all right. So it is the morning of the 4th day. Anything different that you do as you guys are moving towards the area? As said, you expect to reach the boundaries of where the stuff was, where it was circled on the map around day 6.
Okay, well, I think we just should keep going.
It's very possible that we might start seeing some new progress because that was a projection from information gathered. That doesn't mean it hasn't grown since then.
That's true. And I've never had a dream or vision or nightmare or whatever you want to call it like that ever before. I think it definitely has to do something with this. So
should we maybe keep everybody else on a rope, like hold a rope between each other, just on the safe side? Just in case something happens where all the light goes away?
Tie ropes around your waist in a chain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the problem then is that you also have a lot less maneuverability.
Yeah.
Do we all have rope? You can.
I have rope.
I have rope. I have rope
Yeah.
too, yeah.
I mean, it's 50 feet long.
You lose about 10 feet to tie it around yourself in a way, whatever, and each person does that to the next, and you end up with 40 feet
I
of...
changed my...
Actually, let me think. 5 feet. I've done climbing. I'm thinking if I have a 5-foot length of rope, never mind. You have like 45 feet extra of rope after tying it around your waist if you wanted to do that.
Well, we would tie it around each waist, so it would be...
Right, but if
40.
everyone adds a piece of rope, so it ends up being like 45 times 3 is whatever, but 45 between...
I guess if you tie it to the next person's rope.
Yeah, which doesn't take it takes negligible extra distance.
So that is further than each of us would even be able to walk in a average.
Yeah, so maybe make sure, because the thing is, I think that Dryad will probably like to be able to move a little bit further, actually, especially because when something actually happens and we end up having to fight.
Well, in that case, if Dryad wants to have more mobility for moving around, he doesn't tie it around himself. He holds a rope that is tied to somebody else. He holds it while we're
Yeah.
moving along, and then he can drop it if he needs to face a combat situation.
Why don't we just all hold the rope then? Why do we have to?
I guess.
Maybe
I
we
mean-
could just tie it around like a wrist.
Yeah,
Because then
you don't
you
need
need
to have it
less
around.
mobility.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And then it would also be really easy to get off in.
Yeah, just basically have a loop and loop it around your wrist, and then it's easy to undo it. But as long as you don't actually undo it, it just stays there.
Yeah, like just make the nooses that we like carry
Yeah.
on our shoulder or something.
You can do
That's
that.
a good plan. Let's do that. How long of a thing do we want in between each other? I think like maybe 30 feet between each person.
You can always have the full length of rope and coil extra.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can do that.
it's like a vacuum cleaner.
Okay, I guess that's what we do.
Okay. So from then on, you guys are traveling hooked with some rope.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so long as you guys are close together, which you generally are, most of it is just kind of coiled, but you have it.
Yeah, basically all of our ropes have a noose loop on each end for easy to being hold.
Do you
held
also
onto.
keep it on when you're sleeping?
I will keep it on while sleeping. Hell yes.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Like I would just put it on my wrist while I'm sleeping too.
Just checking.
Because I think that this is our safety net. Because just
And
in
that
case
also
something happens.
If you don't feel the rope, it's probably a dream.
True.
Okay. So, we have that stuff. I am not going to continue to the next part. I think that dream was the main plot thing that... I mean, I have one more piece of plot that could happen, but I think with 10
we only
minutes,
have
that's...
10 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we will continue, but you guys have had your first pseudo encounter with the darkness.
Whoa, it's super freaky.
Please, I think, Analka, you will be best for this. In the D&D chat, make a actually on Discord, write out your dream as a description for Bird. Draco will read it.
Is it okay if I do it in the party journal?
I'm just saying, also put it somewhere on Discord to make it.
Okay. Yeah. So
in game, or there's a couple of different channels that would be a good place to.
Yeah.
Put it. But yeah, just put that there. Also, the journal is good to tell about the dream, just to refresh minds, but give Draco the story that you would have told the party as much as. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't last session. I actually kept up the journal while playing. I didn't do that this time, but I'll write it right now.
I mean, anyone who, whatever. I just want to make sure that Draco gets the information of your dream, because that's the most major plot development for the day.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I had fun this session.
Me too.
I like doing creepy dreams.
But oh
You
my
just like
god,
being creepy.
Duthan
Yes.
is a badass.
Yeah, kind of. I told. Remember how I told you that I'm like Blue Dragon's a strong ability until other people get a second attack and some stuff? Like, sheesh.
Yeah, but at second level, having a bonus action extra attack is a lot. But it's also the damage itself pretty dang decent. Because it isn't just a die roll, but it also adds your modifier, which is pretty
Mm-hmm.
good for most spell things.
For a
Um,
bonus action spell thing like that.
for a bonus action, it's yeah. She's
The downside to
flip.
it is that it uses your wild shape, which is limited, particularly around second level, but
Yeah.
it's limited in the same way that warlock spells are limited, which yeah.
It's no, I did not expect to be kicking so much ass.
You kicked
So,
ass.
like, okay, I don't know if everybody could see my hit point because I can't see hit point in Forge. I don't know if it's possible to make that. I was down a lot. Like, I was on 1/3 of my hit point.
I don't have it set to where you can see it. I will do that for party people, but I like just doing kind of description and letting me kind of control the
I mean, I
NPC
saw
ones.
from the stream briefly where
Yeah, that
you
happens. That's
after you
fine.
recovered, like, oh, yeah. But I think 2000 should probably be fully recovered by this
Oh,
point.
2000's completely recovered.
Because
Everyone has all their hit dice back. Okay, but real quick, just in the last 5 minutes, you guys leveled from that fight and also from all of the role playing and whatever. You guys were right on the edge. So you are now level 3.
Level 3.
I believe I know, Serenity, you were going for the Arcane Archer
Yes.
subclass. Okay. Let's get hit dice out of the way right now. Roll. So Serenity, roll a d10 plus your Constitution modifier.
Okay, let me just check what that is. 1 is +1, so roll d10 +1. Oh,
All right.
that's...
You get add 6 hit points. I do that. You get a roll, but it is the bottom is the 1/2 of the dice. So Tutari, you get 4 hit points.
Okay, wait. I can just you can just roll hit die. No, I can't. That does not work.
I just rolled hit dice.
Roll 7. Yay!
Okay, so you get the numbers given. Tutari
I
gets
don't know how
4.
to up my level. How do I up my level?
7. That's so much.
I will pull your sheet specifically to. Level is.
Oh yeah, how can I change that? Wait, can I change it here?
It's. I think I've. Wait.
I don't know how to change my.
I know, but we obviously had it to level 2. We set it. So, here we go. Under features, you have class levels, and it should have your class listed.
Yeah, I can. Level 3.
Cool.
I'm now level 3.
Druid, you get second level spells. I know that you know how spells work. I won't. You can look at that later. Artificer, you don't change much.
I think I get.
But you do get your subclass. I don't recall what subclass you were going for. If you would
I
like,
was going for alchemist.
alchemist.
Even though I have basically Tutari herself has not done a lot of alchemy, but she's experimented with all sorts of things. But she's getting into alchemy. She's been researching it recently.
Since you know what it is, and since I have such a short time, I would love to, spend more time helping people level in game. But, we're low on time. I just want to make sure. Arcane Archer does not get spells. You do have to choose, I believe, for
Does Arcane Archer not get spells?
No, they get special magical arrows. And you're going to need to choose those. I am not going to pull up that right now, but I will help you with that if you'd like.
Yes, please. We can organize that.
We're also adjusting that a little bit, but you get to choose some magical arrow stuff. You get cool stuff. You're using a crossbow, not a regular bow?
Right now, yeah.
Okay. That's
Is
fine.
a longbow not better?
Regular bows generally have. I don't recall all the things. The thing is that I know that she has a special unbreakable arrow, which is not an unbreakable
Yeah.
crossbow bolt. I will let you, since we're still early on, if you would like to trade your crossbow, even though we didn't discuss it, if you want to trade that for a short or long bow, you can do that before next session.
Okay.
After next session, you will need to find or buy one to do that. But
Okay. Well, were any of the bows that we found normal bows, or they were all crossbows?
They were all crossbows.
Mm.
But
So
you,
if I trade this
you can
one
trade for
a
just
normal
as a free whatever. It doesn't cost anything to take yours out, and you actually even still have a spare crossbow because you got two
that's
from
what
the
I'm
combat.
thinking.
So
Yeah, I think I'll do that then.
okay, just choose between longbow and shortbow. I actually don't know the difference offhand, besides the fact that longbow has a longer range and I think deals more damage.
Yeah.
Is one of them a
That's
simple
basically-
weapon?
I believe that short bows might be something.
Okay.
You can actually look it up. You can actually look it up in the database.
So I can actually. That's an interesting thought.
Or
But
simple weapons easier to fire.
Simple weapons,
I have
different
simple weapon
classes.
proficiency.
You have.
Short bow is
You're a
simple
fighter.
range,
You have access to both of them.
and longbow is
Fighter? I
martial.
thought you were Are you a fighter or a ranger?
Fighter.
Final.
Then you have proficiency with all weapons, right?
Yep. Well, generally, yeah.
Unless it's extremely exotic.
Exactly. Like, for instance,
I might have a weapon that I'm proficient with. You're not.
Yeah, I was about to say Shisu is not proficient with the tapal.
Yeah,
because that is a racial specific weapon.
Yeah. That I carry with me.
Yep.
Because it's my weapon.
But okay.
I also have a trident that I never use, but I always have it.
Yeah, at least you can use it to feel the ground when you're covered in supernatural darkness and check that you don't fall off a cliff. Walking sticks. Fancy walking sticks.
But don't let any other Triton hear me say that, because I'll get in trouble.
You probably are proficient enough to use it for like fishing. That is what tridents are originally for. Spearfishing.
Possibly.
You can make a check with it anyway, if you're spearfishing. Anyway, I will help you select which arcane arrows you want to have access to, and I will double check the rules because I believe that I need to give you more access to them per day because that's so limited and that's very bad for arcane archer. You rolled your hit dice. Everyone's added their hit points to sheet.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. You get the extra hit dice for that. Level 3, you keep the same proficiency. No skills to worry about. I trust you to deal with your spells. Feel free to mess with that. Yeah. Okay. Cool stuff. I will message Draco and comment, hey, you leveled. You need to probably get a subclass and do your thing. But cool stuff. And that is exactly the scheduled game time. So I will, this is the time when we close off, do whatever. No new artwork for the game to share.
I am slowly feeling sleepy.
And, we will not have game for the next 2 weeks. Well, This is a makeup week by our standard schedule, right?
No, by our standard week schedule, this was a regular session.
This is
last-
regular.
Yes.
So
Our regular 13th.
I know you can't do it, but if everyone else is available for one of the days, we might do.
There might be a small chance that I could potentially make it, but I can't tell, and I can't tell until probably a few days prior.
I think for the sake of the campaign continuing, if we have 3 players, I'm going to say we go so long as you're not missing several.
Yeah, I was about to say play without me, and if I can make it, even if it's just an hour or so, I'll try to be there for however long I can.
That sounds absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
But because I don't want anyone to miss 2 games, I will say, particularly
If
since this is a
somebody is
makeup.
in the second week in a row that they aren't there, it's like, oh, no, we can't do it.
We will
person's
talk
gonna
with
make it.
Draco and everyone else and do a session for one of the 2 weeks. But we'll figure
And-
that out. And
Basically, continuing forward, we're going to aim for the same time we basically started going live today.
We need to figure that out with Draco and also Anaukia. I think that it could be, particularly for Anaukia, has to come in a little bit late, but it's fine. We'll probably going forward, start at around the 3:30 time for Dutch people. But then I know that you'll be late, and if Draco thinks that she can't make it, then I might be like, okay, we're going to start at this time, but I'm going to intentionally linger and talk and recap and shoot the shit and just hang out, say hi to everyone, say hi to chat, and actually let game start half an hour in, because let's not miss stuff.
Yeah.
I just have the 2 people watching. I'm not going to bother rating unless someone has a very small streamer that they want us to send into, but I think we'll just call it. And I thank you guys for hanging out for the game. Glad that I had a fun time. I think everyone else had a fun time. We got a nice mix for being a shorter session, kind of by my fault, but for having a shorter session, I liked the mix of combat and plot that happened today.
Me too.
Yeah.
I actually really like combat, but damn, that dream was creepy. Well done.
I know. Oh my god.
That was.
This is why the Yandere face.
I need to practice speaking just.
Smugness in your face, Rory.
I need to practice speaking just constantly, like just have this be my regular streamer voice, just always talking RR voice. Anyway, Ara.
3 Aras.
You want to try one, Anaukia? Give a good Ara. Just give your best mommy voice.
My
can
best
say no.
mommy voice is, now shut up and listen to me.
No, like a like.
No, that's a mom voice. That's not a mommy voice.
We
That's
want
a mom
the
voice.
like the how do you explain
You mean
Bedroom.
Okay. The
Do you play Genshin?
thank you for watching, guys.
yeah, that's right. But it's how do you describe like anime
Sultry?
mommy thing?
It's
Sultry,
it's
yeah.
kind of a chiding voice that
Mhm.
sometimes do.
It's
chiding
the idea
or
of a older person that's like, when you walk into the kids doing something that they shouldn't do, that doesn't actually make you mad or disappointed, but you're like,
Oh dear.
guys, oh dear, what have you gotten into? You know that that's not allowed. Except I know you're that kind of voice that you do with the dogs, where it's like, boys, and you have the anti-mommy voice. It's fine.
The anti-mommy voice. Oh no.
You do not have a
Yes,
sexy mommy
When
voice when you're
somebody
being a
does
mommy.
something that they're not supposed to do, that's when you step in and make them listen. You're cute when they're doing something nice.
No, but when I say that, like, imagine your dog being very
you mean
overly
when-
excited to lick your face. when you haven't actually asked for it yet, and you haven't told them no yet, so they're not actually doing it against rules, but they just are like, you didn't want it.
Then there's no sultry. Then it's either like,
Nah.
right now, or it's oh, you're so cute. Okay, fine. I don't actually want you to lick my face, but
I know.
love you so much.
I know.
Those are
I know. I'm aware. You are not the sexy mommy with your, certainly not with your boys, but also just generally.
Dogs, of course not.
It's okay. I'm also not the sexy mommy, no matter how much I try and delude myself.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh?
Mommy, sorry. Sorry, I'm...
Mommy? Sorry. Mommy, sorry.
Okay. Well, I think that's about as good of an ending that I'll ever get for D&D.
Mommy?
So until next time, tomorrow, of course, is Minecraft Monday, and we can hang out.
Are you my mommy?
Was that a...
Mommy.
Yeah, that was a Doctor Who reference for sure. Okay, cool.
Yes.
So here's the question. Is that episode more or less creepy than your dream?
Oh, no, more.
Yeah, I know. That episode's awful.
That's a very, very creepy episode.
It is.
Once you know where it goes, it's less creepy, but...
Yeah. No, it's
I don't
bad.
know where the darkness is going yet, so right now...
You don't know where it's going, and you don't have the visual, like... Doctor Who does a great job of just setting the scene and doing all this stuff, and...
Yes.
But yeah. Great session. See you guys next time, either this next week or week after, but Sunday. And also for anyone who does Minecraft tomorrow. All right.
Have fun at Minecraft Monday.
I'm going to switch to end screen. You guys are still actually on, but turn on music and just give a couple of seconds for Twitch to catch up to the idea that we're done.
Dun, 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 dun.
You know, something for my VOD that it's not just a abrupt cutoff, but